And welcome back to AM Live on TSPN. And we are here with Rick Vicini and Tom Wait. Good to have you guys this morning. And you're with the Willow Creek School House.
Hey, Tom.
Yes.
Willow Springs School House. And Willow Springs, yeah, there's some great history there.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
I'm going to go ahead and let Tom Wait, which he graduated actually from there in 1955.
Cool.
Talk a little about the history.
Well, the schoolhouse was built in 1924. It stayed as a one-room schoolhouse for all 8 grades combined until the June of 1955. And it only had one teacher, and there were as many as 22 in all 8 grades combined, and as few as about 12 in all 8 grades combined. And I have a picture here of the school as you see it today.
Yeah. Actually, they're showing a visual. Oh, there you go. Go ahead. Hold it up again. Yeah, right there. There you go. A little bit further. There you go. Yeah. And there it is. I know my grandma tells me stories about, she's passed away, but tells me stories about going to those one-room schoolhouses like that. And yeah.
And we have some photographs, old photographs of some of the people that went there. And here's a 1932 photograph.
And who are some of the notables in that, Tom?
And, well, here's Norman Waters right here. Right here.
Let me hold that steady so the camera will get it. You point it out. You point out who's who.
Okay. That's Norman Waters right here. Gene Orr, Lois Stone, Frank McEwen, Roger McEwen.
Norman Waters, as people know, was our former assemblyman for
he was.
Yeah, excellent.
And later on, here's 1950. There was a first grade. That was one of the biggest classes we ever had.
4 of them in the first grade?
Yeah, that was a big class. That was a real
huge
big
class. Yeah. Wow.
And this was the last graduating. Whoops. Here's one here that you'll recognize more of these people.
Why don't you point some of those out?
Here's Mrs. Large, Bob Wolin, Janice Howard, my younger brother Jim, Ron Littlefield, Richard Muller lives around here now, Albert Littlefield, Barbara Muller, and Jim Stewart.
That's quite a crew.
Yeah, it is.
That's all 8 grades combined there.
One thing that those schoolhouses used to be, and I was reading online last night back in the Midwest, how the schoolhouses were part of the community. And it was more than a school, it was a community center also.
Yeah.
And that's what we're wanting to do, is to restore the schoolhouse to make it back into a community center.
Oh, wow. Awesome. That's great. You guys had a vision for that.
Yeah, it's not a school today, so why is it needed?
Yeah.
It's been needed. It's been used since 1955. Been used for the local 4-H group meets there. The Grange group meets there. They used to have potluck dinners there all the time. My wife's baby shower was there. Her wedding shower was there. It's just been my grandfather's 80th birthday party was there.
Cool.
It's just been used for a lot of community events through the years, and that's what we want to see it go back into being used. It's become of some disrepair, and we were raising money to get it fixed back so that we can use it again as a community center.
Good.
Yeah, so you're doing a fundraiser.
We are.
Coming up. Tell us about that.
We're doing a 5K run on November the 2nd called the Halloween Hustle.
Cool.
And it's going to be a serious run for those who want, or it can be a walk. You can dress in costume. There's a costume contest that day also for the kids. It's going to be a really neat event. It's in Plymouth, and registration starts at 8 o'clock, or you can register right now online. But registration starts at 8. The race begins at 9.
And how much does it cost to enter?
It's $30 for individual, and then you get a T-shirt, or it's $55 for a family.
Okay.
And with family, you get 2 T-shirts, and as many people in your family can be in the race.
Oh, that's a good deal. Excellent. Yeah.
Now, if you want to walk, is it a 5K for walking too?
Yes.
Okay.
You can walk. You can bring your dog with a leash. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah. Stroll.
Yeah. Stroller. You can have a kid with a stroller.
Cool.
I think there's little kids with bicycles can be there too.
Great. Family
it's gonna be fun. Yeah. Yeah.
Very
Where
good.
does it start? And it's going to start in Plymouth?
We're going to start in Plymouth, right at the by the city park, by City Hall there, and it actually ends back there again. It kind of winds around through Plymouth, through past the fairgrounds, and through the 49er Trader Village, and continues back around to there.
What kind of improvements have you done already to the schoolhouse?
Right now, our biggest improvement that we just started on was reconnecting the electrical, putting a new electrical panel in there. Short Circuit Electric donated his time to do that, and that's been awesome.
We just approved something on our agenda yesterday for that. Actually, we just pulled something off the agenda.
Yes.
Because it was approved, so.
I appreciate that. We've got a lot of help from supervisors for this project. Our next project is working on the roof. We're getting the roof recoated, and it has a tin roof now. We just need to get it recoated and sealed. And then we have to actually rewire the whole inside of the building also. And there's some structural stuff that needs to be done on the outside for the siding. There's a new restroom that needs to be built on there. There's quite a few improvements that need to be done. The floors inside need to be redone. The foundation for the structure seems to be in pretty solid shape as of right now.
But pretty much a full makeover.
Yes, yes.
Will you guys leave as much interior as possible to give
We
that
want to
feel?
try to leave it as you walk in right now, it still looks like an old schoolhouse, and we want to leave it like that.
Do you still have some of the old desks and things?
There's one in there right now that's like up on a shelf above the school, and we do know there's a few others here and there.
Yeah, that would be cool to have one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This goes back a long ways. When was the original schoolhouse built?
1924?
Yeah, that schoolhouse was built in 1924.
1924. It has inside of it a fairly large stage for performing plays and so
Wow.
forth with all the lights, and they originally never had electricity there. And I asked one of the fellows who was actually in one of those pictures how they lit the stage, and he said they just lined up their cars out in front and hooked all the batteries together and brought a cord
That's
through.
awesome.
Had a switch and has all the stage lighting and the curtains and all that stuff. The curtains are gone, but everything else is there.
That is so neat.
Hope you get some of those stories either in pictures or something. Like you have quite a few pictures here, but get the stories written down because that's
Yes.
stuff that'll never carry forward otherwise.
Yeah.
Up in the Pine Grove Town Hall, well, actually in the Volcano Armory Hall, it's interesting. If you took a look up there, you could do something similar to see all the foundation families.
I really like that. I was there, and I kind of had that same idea inside here. How that is, I think that's a neat idea. They did all the black and white pictures inside
Yes.
there.
Right.
All the history
Yeah.
displayed.
They did a nice job with that.
They did.
Yeah, because people looking at that history, I would have never known some of those things in Volcano, and that same thing's going to apply down at the schoolhouse.
Right, and we're looking at having several different events to raise money for this project. We're looking at doing a spaghetti feed later on in the spring, and somebody approached us about doing a natural history day out there. So we might be looking at something like that this spring to set it back up like a schoolhouse and have like a history day of history and stuff out there. There's some neat ideas to do.
Did you have to walk to school?
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
tell my-
It was about a mile, a little over a mile,
Yeah.
mile and a half, something like that.
Well, we're going to finish talking to you after our final break, but right now we got to go and take a hard break, and we'll be right back.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Acorn and Feather Sports Report. Let's toss it over.